Hey guys, this is the third in the series of the short videos showing you how to use your CAS calculator and the unit within the unit that we're doing at the moment on arithmetic sequences and series. The last one that we've got to do now is around this E activity, so I'm just going to click on that. What I get here is a large screen, and E activities are great because I can type text and then insert strips so that I can do calculations within them. It's like having a notebook and you write down some notes and then you can put an example in. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to type. This is about arithmetic sequences. You can do this sort of typing by using the keyboard, and then you can just go A, B, C, and then you can just use the keyboard here to type in as I'm using the keyboard on my computer. Just turn that off. Now, the first thing that we have is the term formula. Which looks like this. So what we're typing in now is this one that you're used to seeing, which is Tn equals A plus n minus 1 times D. Now you don't need to type this in necessarily. I'm just writing it there so that you can see what I do when I do the next bit. So if you could just type in arithmetic sequences, type in a description for the formula so you just know what you're doing. You could choose to type in some things here. So you might choose to say that Tn is the term, A is the first term, N is the term number, and D is the common difference. That might help you remember the different components that we're working with here. The next thing I want to do is I want to put in a way of being able to calculate these things now. So I'm going to go insert strip. Now you remember from the very front screen we used numsolve. That was in video number 1. We're going to insert this numsolve strip now to be able to deal with this formula inside our E activity. So it comes up with the same looking screen that we had before, which was the equation. I'm going to type in the same formula, A plus n minus 1 times D. And press go here. And it's just like the numsolve video that you've seen, the very first one, where now if I type in any 3, it'll solve for the fourth one. So for example, if my first term is 2, my common difference is 2, then my fourth term, now I've got this ticked, and I can just hit solve, is 8. And you can see that if I started at 2 and I'm going up by 2, it would be 2, 4, 6, 8. That would be the fourth term. So this is my little numsolve strip. I'm going to type in here term formula. Close this bottom screen off. But you can see now that in my E activity I've got some notes. I've explained what my formulas are. I've explained all the different components. And then I've got this numsolve strip. So when I want to use this now, what I do is I hit solve. Up comes the strip. I type in the 3 values that I have. Leave the one blank that I'm trying to solve for. Hit solve. It gives me the answer. So that's nice and handy. Let's close that again now. What E activities are really great for is because I can have multiple formulas in the one page. So I can now add to my arithmetic sequence section, and we can put in the sum of the sequence. So we know that Sn is n over 2 times A plus L. Now again, I could choose to put this under here. I have Sn is the sum, N is the term that I'm summing to, A is the first term, L is the last term. So when I know this, again I can go insert strip numsolve. I type in the formula that I've got. In this case I'm just going to use an S because I can't do subscripts in this particular format here. Times A plus L. There we go. Now I can type in any of these things that I have. I press solve. It does the rest for me. What you'll notice now too, I'll just put here sum using A, L. And what you'll notice is that the numbers will carry over. What is that? between the different sections. So say I want to use this one. Let's start a sequence from 3 going up in 3s, and maybe we've got the 4th term. We'll solve for that. And it tells me that the answer is 12. I might be working on a further question now. I might jump down to use this one, and it fills automatically the numbers from the previous question for me. I might just need to change that my last term is now 15. And then it can solve again for me. So it will carry through the numbers and the variables that you're using. I might also continue in this sum section with the other formula that we have, which is n over 2 times 2a plus n minus 1d. I'm not going to fill in the details here. I'm just going to insert another strip. This equals n over 2 times 2 times a plus n minus 1 times d. Just too many brackets in there. Press go, and you'll see it's automatically filled in my values there. So if I've got n, a, and d, which I may have automatically from this first formula here, I could jump straight down to this last one and use the sum formula using a, n, and d. So this is actually a really powerful way to store information, collect your thoughts. Make sure you've got everything in the same place so that you know where to go, you know how to use it, and you've got the tools at your ready to be able to use them. So try and set yourself up an e-activity, collect all the formulas that you need for arithmetic sequences, and then you could start a new one for geometric sequences when we start that next week. Practice using the different formula sections on the different questions as you need them. Make sure you always test too that your formula is working on a question that you've already done manually that you know the answer to. Sometimes it's important to check the syntax. If you haven't typed this quite right, it may continue to generate incorrect answers, so make sure you check it before you trust the reliability of it. Remembering that your technology is only as good as how well you can set it up in the first place, how well you know how to use it. If you have any more questions, make sure you come and see me or any other math staff. I'm happy to help you. Okay, good luck.